Hey fam, thanks for coming back to another episode. My name is Elle for my new viewers. Today I am not sure about what I'm going to talk about. I am feeling kind of heavy. Um, I feel like a heaviness on my head. Not a headache kind of heavy, but more like a brain throbbing. Well, anyway, what happened or what is happening is that my pineal gland is opening. I have been doing some third eye chakra meditations. Yeah, so maybe my third eye is opening. That could possibly be what is happening. Um, yeah, I've also been seeing visions more frequently and getting more messages from spirit more frequently. Um, yeah, so I wanted to share that with you. Like I said in the beginning, I'm not really sure about what this vlog is going to be about, but I did want to record. And I guess this is like one of the symptoms I'm going through because of the energy. Like I feel a lot of energy. It's, yeah, I don't know exactly how to decipher it. Like I feel my body starting to vibrate at times, and then I feel it stopping. Now my head is not so heavy, um, but I'm really really tingly. So I'm not too sure of what's going on. So anyway, the thing that pops into my mind right now is, for some reason, jealousy pops into my mind, and also feelings. I'm not sure why the two, but let's talk about feelings. Because the feelings that you have, you're actually projecting onto your twin, believe it or not. You all do. We have a connection with our twin. We have a spiritual connection, we have a telepathic connection, we have a psychic connection, we have an energetic connection, we have a physical connection. And how we feel and the intensity of our feelings definitely affect how our twins feel. And if you see your twin or communicate with your twin, it may even affect the way you communicate with them, or the way that they communicate with you, or how you interpret the communication. Because a part of this connection is understanding that you are a mirror reflection of your twin. Like if you stand in front of your twin, or you have been able to stand in front of your twin and look at them, like you see forever in them, and you see yourself forever in them. So it's really like you're on one side of the mirror and they're on the other side of the mirror, and you're seeing them in you and you in them. So in turn, with that also come the emotions and the feelings. We share each other's emotions and feelings. I am able to feel my twin's emotions. He has told me that he's felt something, but he wasn't sure if it was me or not, but I did confirm to him that it was me. But because I am more readily open to feel his emotions, I feel them much more than he feels mine. So it's very important to be aware and observant of your emotions, especially within this connection, especially if you want to be connected, be reunited with your twin again. You it is imperative to be aware and observant of your emotions and not allow your emotions to dictate how you behave, how you communicate, how you react, how you respond, how you decide to feel about whatever is going on. And eventually you will get to the point whereby you are able to observe whatever the situation is while you are in it and not react according to how you would normally typically react if you were fleshy, because you would be in the moment and you would really understand and see what is going on. You'll be able to step outside of yourself and be like, hey, this is what's really going on. Okay, it's really not that big of a deal. I'm not going to put too much energy into it. And you can step right back into yourself and be like, okay, smile and keep it moving. Because in the grand scheme of things, you realize that you do not benefit from allowing your emotions to dictate how you would respond to any situation, whether it be good or bad. Like, even if you win the lotto, like, you could be at work and get a telephone call from your spouse or your child or your distant relative saying that you won the lotto or they won the lotto, and scream. Like, that may not be appropriate at work either. So it goes both ways on either side of the emotional spectrum and on all sides of the emotional spectrum. So it's very aware, it's very important to be observant and aware, and not allow your emotions to dictate how you behave, react, respond, communicate, because that in turn will be reflected back to you. Another thing about feelings and emotions is that if you are in a situation whereby you do communicate with your twin and you find that you are not getting the type of communication that you want, or you're not getting the type of responses that you want, or you're not getting the reaction that you want, or you're not getting whatever it is that you think that you feel like you deserve, that you're not getting within, you know, whatever type of communication you have with your twin, I strongly suggest that you do reverse, rewind and be kind and look at yourself and try to figure out why it is that you feel like you're not getting what it is that you're getting. Are you looking at your twin for who they really are? Are you looking at their perspective of the situation? Are you really peeling back the layers of the onion that you are and getting down to the bottom of why you're feeling like this? And what I'm basically saying is, don't try not to point the finger. And it's very important to try not to point the finger, because when you point the finger, there's one finger going forward, but there's three more pointing back at you. So majority rules. You got to look back at yourself. It's all about self-reflection. If you feel like you're not getting something from your twin, that's because you're not giving something to yourself. You're not fully encompassing what it is that is bringing this out, and there's a reason that this is coming out, so that you can find out what it is, peel those layers back, get down to the bottom of it, and resolve whatever it is so that you can move forward. And that might be something that you have to do by yourself. It might be something that you can do with the help of your twin. But if it's something whereby you all are not agreeing, yeah, you need to. And even if it is something where you all are agreeing about that, agreeing about being able to work together to resolve the situation, I still suggest that you still do that introspection, and look at yourself in the mirror and find out why it is that you feel the way you feel about this or whatever it is that happened. It's all about self, self, self growth with a lot of the stages in the twin flame connection, because our purpose and our goal is to bring about unconditional love and show all of humanity what love really is. And if we cannot unconditionally love ourselves, there's no possible way that we could get that love, that unconditional love back from anybody else, especially our twin, because our twin is a mirror image of who we are. Whatever issues we feel that we have with our twin, those are the issues that we have within ourselves. And in order to have whatever it is we desire to come to us, we have to bring it forth for ourselves. We have to bring it to ourselves. We have to give it to ourselves. We have to love ourselves. We have to learn about ourselves. And while we do that, and as we do that, our twin will do the same thing. Because whatever we do, whatever growth we have, our twins will also have that same growth. So it's a wonderful, beautiful experience, connection. I'm so very honored to play the role that I play in this, and I'm honored that you have allowed me to share my experiences with you, and this is one of the experiences that I have definitely learned, and I'm still going through this also. And I want to say to you, the crazy thing is that I went through years of not speaking to my twin, not communicating with him, trying to figure out why it is that I still feel the way that I do. I didn't know anything that was going on in his life, but I felt things. Like, I felt him going through things. I felt him being with people. I felt him experiencing things. And I'm like, why do I still feel this love that I feel? This is absolutely crazy. This is just infatuation. This is not happening. And it was real. This connection is real. This energy is real. And I went through years of crying and like torturing myself and learning and growing and becoming stronger and delving into the unknown and going into that dark space and reading about the occult and energy and frequency and emotions and feelings and water and electricity and the moon and everything mystical you could possibly think about. And I'm still reading and I'm still learning. And through all of that, I listen to this, and I'm going to say this with all of the love in my heart about myself. I thought that I grew so much, and I said to myself, oh, I am never going to communicate with him again. If he ever contacts me, I am strong. Oh, but if I do communicate with him, I am there's not going to be any feelings. I'm done. I've decided that that's it. That's it. I don't feel these feelings no more. That I'm done. Like, how could he possibly do this to me? I am done. And then when I saw him, I was like, oh my God. I hope that this wasn't real, but oh my God, it really is real. Like, this energy really is real. Like, I really do love this man no matter what. Like, no matter what, I love him. And that's when all of those feelings started coming back. Like, oh God, I love him. Like, oh, like I went back into the letters that he wrote me, and I have not picked up these letters. I want to say for over 6 years. I have not picked up. No, for more than that. Maybe over 8 years I haven't picked up. Yeah, over 8 years I have not picked up these letters, because I did not pick them up when we broke up, because it was too painful. So what I did, pick them up and read them. I picked them up and I put them all together, but I did not pick them up and like go through the pictures. I couldn't do that to myself. I might have cried about thinking about what he might have been doing or remembering stuff, but I couldn't torture myself to the point where I would pick up old letters and read them, or pick up old pictures, or go through old emails, or I might have looked for him online a few times, but I found that that became too painful too, so I stopped doing that too. So yeah, like I would torture myself mentally about him. I couldn't see pictures of him. I couldn't hear his name. I wouldn't do that to myself either. But it was just like the mental torture I would go through. So, you know, and then when I saw him again after all of those years of everything I went through and all of the growth that I knew that I had gone through, I saw him and I was, you know, having all of these emotions, and they were even more intense. And they weren't so much like, oh my God, I love him, I cannot be without him, I have to see him, he better text me right now, oh my God, he just texted me, I text him back, why didn't he? It wasn't like that. It was more like, I know this is real. I know I feel him. I know we are connected forever. I know there is nothing that will ever separate us. I know. I know. I know that we are going to get back together. I know we are going to help people. I know that we are just going to be like happy forever. I know it's going to happen. And it was more of like a unconditional love that is so powerfully strong. I know when I lie down at night now and close my eyes, one of the things that I see is him. And I know sometimes in some visualizations that I have with he and I, or when I start to astral project and I get to him in the astral plane, I feel my heart chakra exploding. So I know, I mean, even like I feel it now. It's just, and those of you who have that connection and are able to communicate with your twin like I am, you know exactly what I feel. And even those of you who are not able to communicate but have been connected with your twin at some point know what I'm talking about. Know that heartfelt, it's like that deep, that it's like in your soul type of fit. I can't even explain it. It's crazy. I can't even explain it. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah. So it's it's you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, it's more of that type of feeling than the type of feeling I had before. Like, oh my God, you can't live without him. It's not like that at all. It's like, yeah, I know he feels me now. I know he does. So, so it's like that, you know. Um, and I love that. I absolutely love that. And now that I'm of a better understanding of what's going on, I'm willing to go through everything, because I know that everything that I go through is a learning experience. Every single thing. So I'm willing, ready, and able and open to do it. I'm ready. I'm ready. And I think that you should also start to develop to have that same type of attitude, and it'll definitely be reflected back to you. It will definitely be reflected back to you. So that was wonderful. Yeah, that was all spirit. That was spirit, fam. That was spirit. Thank you, spirit. So I am going to end this vlog, and I want to thank you all for viewing and letting me share my experience with you. And I hope you have a great day. I love you. I'll catch you later.